Hi Aquarius, welcome to your July read. Let's see what the cards have for you for this month. So I'll be doing a Celtic Cross spread using the Rider-Waite Tarot, pulling clarifiers with the Wild Reflections Tarot, and I'll be pulling a couple of oracle cards for you as well. I've actually already shuffled all the decks, just getting your energy into the cards one last time. Okay, let's see what we have for you. Heart of the spread, we have the Queen of Swords. Nice. Crossed by the Sun. Okay. Six of Swords, the Five of Swords, Two of Wands, Three of Wands. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Strength card, the Nine of Swords. Okay. And in your outcome, wow, we have the Devil. Interesting energies. This is such a crazy month, this one. All right. Going to be pulling a few clarifiers, as I said, so we'll see what comes out at the end. We've got the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is crazy. You've got this 5 and 6. You've got the 2 and 3. And then you've got the 7 and the 8. There's something in that. And you don't have any Cups cards. Interesting. Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles is the energy, overall energy for the read. This feels very much like it's asking you, you're mastering a skill. You're putting a lot of work into something that's pretty satisfying. You're enjoying this task. And what I'm feeling is that while all of this is going on, this is asking you to just keep going. Just keep doing what you're doing. You are building your skills. You're getting better and better at this, and you're going to get acknowledgement for this as you move through. So this will probably help ground you through this month and through all these interesting energies. Now let me pull some oracle cards, which will also be governing the energies for the read. From your Enchanted Forest oracle, we have mushrooms. It's such a pretty card. Practice mindfulness to find peace in the midst of chaos. That's exactly what I was saying. That's exactly how I was feeling with this Eight of Pentacles. It is a degree of mindfulness. Particularly with this task that he's doing. So if you've got a hobby, or if it's your work itself that helps ground you and just feels like it helps center you and find peacefulness and quiets your mind, that's what's going to help you through. Well, it's going to help you find peace in the midst of chaos, especially with the world the way it is at the moment. All right, now with the Spirit Animals Oracle, this card jumped out while I was shuffling, so it's definitely meant for you. You have the Hawk with Messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. Yep. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. That is incredible. That is exactly what I was feeling with this Eight of Pentacles as well. You're going to get acknowledgement at some point for all of your hard work and for your abilities and your skills. And it's also asking you to focus on your priorities and eliminate distractions. This guy's really focused on his work. He's not allowing distractions to take his attention away from what he's doing. The Emperor underneath there, the Six of Pentacles, balancing your priorities, balancing your generosity with yourself and with others. The Emperor is you mastering this. You're the ruler of your world. This is really interesting. These three energies are very, very similar with different flavors, but they're all asking you the same thing, to prioritize your focus, your mindfulness, and to keep plugging on with what you're doing, because something is available to you that's going to push you higher in your life in some way. And it's also going to help ground you as you move through this energy for this month. Okay. Now, the reason we're talking about chaos and the need to find some grounding is, the recent past. The first card that we're looking at is the Five of Swords. So there's been some kind of conflict in your recent past. Unfortunately, this kind of conflict, no one wins in this. This is the person who wins the fight loses his friends, and the friends have lost the fight. So there's just this kind of lose-lose scenario. It's an uncomfortable situation. This is more of a battle of wits. It's more of an intellectual disagreement. It feels like someone cutting off their nose to spite their face. It's that kind of energy. There was some situation where you were caught up in an argument where someone was so determined to win the argument that they didn't care that they were losing their friends as a result. It's like winning the battle and losing the war kind of feeling. So whatever this was, it's happened in your recent past. This has allowed you to actually gain some clarity. Whichever side you were on, whether you were the winner or loser in the actual argument, as I said, both of them are losers ultimately. So whichever side of the argument you were on, it's allowed you to gain clarity. It's allowed you to gain perspective and to tap into a higher wisdom that you possibly didn't have before. It's freed your thoughts up. You're seeing now the fruitlessness of this kind of scenario. And that's so positive because it means you're not going to get caught in that sort of situation again. I feel like, though, it's left you feeling a bit emotionally down. Like I said, there's no cups in this spread, but you do have the sun in a challenge position, which is telling me you're struggling to find your joy. And that hurts. That hurts my heart. I want you to find your joy again. You've got clarity, but you've lost your joy. Your challenge is to find that joy again. And it seems like the way to do that, the way to get back to who you are and to reconnect with that joy and that passion for life again and to just find your emotional contentedness again, is to keep working on whatever this is that actually brings you a bit of satisfaction. If you can gain satisfaction, that's a lower step towards joy. So keep building on that. It can just be step by step. That's fine. That's going to eventually open you to experiencing the next step up, which might be a little bit of pride in yourself. And then the next step up, which is maybe happiness, just a little bit below joy. And then the joy will eventually bloom. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep finding that satisfaction in the work or the project or the hobby, whatever it is that you've got going in your life. And allow this, this thing about practicing mindfulness, you've got to this clarity space. So you're actually doing pretty well there. But this will also help to open you up to the messages that Spirit is sending you. Open your greater vision to see the signs. I love that. So don't let this recent loss, this recent argument, this situation that's just left you feeling a bit emotionally drained and emotionally flat, but with a great deal of clarity, don't let that drag you down and close you off to your intuitive senses, because you have access now to this higher wisdom, these voices from Spirit. And this is an opportunity to start hearing the messages that Spirit is sending you. And yeah, you'll find your joy again by keeping on with whatever this is that you've got in your life that you're enjoying at the moment. Crown of your read, you've got the Two of Wands. This feels like another card of perspective. It's a moment of pause before he chooses which direction he's going to take. The world is laid out at his feet. He's actually got the world at his fingertips as well, but he's got this wand behind him, which symbolizes the past. So he could choose to walk forward into a brand new adventure or step back into what's familiar and known and comfortable. Neither choice is wrong or right, and no decision has been made yet. It feels like there's a bit of a limbo state, but in a good way. This is like a moment of just assessing where you are and wondering whether you're going to take a step in a new direction. This is in your conscious position. So you know this is where you're at. You know this is what you're feeling. And because it's this particular card, it feels like you are allowing this to be as it is. And I love that the next step is actually the Three of Wands. This is really great. The world is opening up for you and you're giving yourself the opportunity to see if you actually want to take a new direction. So this card in your recent past, this Five of Swords, the reason it's here is because this is what's driven this story. This is the catalyst for you gaining this clarity and perspective to actually take a look at what's going on in your life and open you up to the idea of maybe making a change. And even if you don't make a change, the fact that it's opened you up to the possibilities is bringing in potential for new growth and for new developments within whatever you stick with if you don't change direction. I hope that makes sense. Okay, bottom of the spread, we have the Six of Swords. So this is below the surface. This is at a subconscious level. And it feels to me like after this chaos and conflict, because I said we've got the Five and then the Six, even though it might not be feeling like it on the surface, this is being processed below the surface and is bringing you back to a state of calm. This is about moving away from troubled waters into calmer seas. You're finding your calm. And this is happening because of this Eight of Pentacles. You just keep doing what you're doing, grounding yourself. This is going to bring a state of calm to your inner world. The subconscious is very much that big ocean. And here that ocean is calm and still and quiet. And that's what's happening for you. It's happening without you having to do anything. So it's kind of like you just need to keep doing what you're doing and trust that this is actually happening for you. And then when this emerges, you're actually going to find yourself on the threshold of a brand new adventure. So even though I said there's no right or wrong decision, and I'm not getting a sense of which direction you're going to take with that Two of Wands, this Three of Wands is suggesting that you might actually be on the verge of something brand new. This is still a moment of pause. It's like he's made the plans and the preparations, and he's ready for his new adventure. He just hasn't taken that first step yet. And it's so full of golden light, just like that Strength card right next to it. There's so much promise and possibility in this card, and this glowing golden light is saying that there's so much positivity in this new adventure. This will help bring this sun back into your life. I love that. You've got the Seven of Pentacles, so we've got the 7 and the 8 here. Your Seven of Pentacles in your advice position, and I actually really love this. There's so many cards sort of saying, just take a moment, just pause. Just stop and pause. It's like you don't have to actually do anything this month. You just have to trust that everything's going to work out for you. Because this is happening under the surface, the Six of Swords. You gain the clarity that you need, and everything's opening up for you in its own way, in its own time. You just keep doing what you're doing. It's so cool. It's really cool. So yeah, the Seven of Pentacles in your advice is just saying to take a step back, assess where you've come from, how much you've achieved, where you are now, and what you want to take with you as you move forward, whether you want to keep going on your same path with that wand at the back, or if you want to start this new adventure and actually explore something brand new. Again, neither choice is wrong, but the world is opening up for you, and you've got a lot of accomplishments with this Seven of Pentacles. You've earned the right to be proud of yourself for how much work you've done and for how far you've come. There's time and space available to you with this Seven of Pentacles. You have whatever's happened here. It's like it's just opened up this gap in your life to just kind of pause and reassess. It doesn't feel like there's any pressure or demand on you right now. There's no sense of rush for this. You can take your time with this. Give yourself as many opportunities as you need to look at where you are and where you want to go next and what you want to take with you on your journey. And the more time that you give yourself to do all of this, the more open you become to these messages from spirit. So your intuition will start opening up. You'll start hearing those messages from above. Oh, this is so beautiful. Aquarius, this is a beautiful read. This is going to be a beautiful month for you. You've got the Strength card in your external factors. A lot of golden light again. So this is a very positive energy. I'm actually getting the sense that you're being seen as a kind of powerhouse by the people around you. There's a sense of, I got the word superhero. It's like you're being seen as a bit of a superhero for whatever this has gone on with all of this, and you just taking this step back, taking time out just to assess all of this. And you might actually take time out. You might take time off work just to be with yourself and figure out what you want to do next. But whatever it is, however you approach this, you've got a lot of admirers. This is feeling like how other people are seeing you right now, this Strength card. You're mastering your ego and not letting the noise of the world rattle you at all. This feels like a very personal journey that you're on. And so the noise of the world, after this Five of Swords, you gain this clarity. So the noise of the world is not affecting you right now. It's incredible. It's so beautiful. Your only challenge right now is this Nine of Swords, which is a lot of stress and anxious energy, but this is in your hopes and fears position. It's almost like you're worried that you're going to fall back into old patterns, and with this Devil in your outcome, I can understand why you're concerned, because this is a card of being trapped in old patterns, in things that keep you cycling through a kind of prison sentence. It's not a very pleasant feeling. We're going to look at that in a sec though. But this Nine of Swords, as I said, it's only in your hopes and fears. Everything I'm seeing after this Five of Swords, and including these beautiful cards, are telling me that your world is glowing. Your inner world is processing everything. You've moved through something that was difficult, and you've come out in such a good place. You've got this fear, obviously, that you might fall back into these old anxious thoughts, these repetitive thoughts, these sleepless nights, and this anxiety. But you've come so far. I feel like if you just keep doing what you're doing, and if you do take some time out from whatever a scenario, situation that this trigger point came from, you'll have a lot more balance. If the anxious thoughts do come back, it's like you'll be able to kind of let them go. Remember, you're in charge of this. You have the authority in your life. You have the power, not just the power of your material choices, your external choices, but you have the choice of what your thoughts are doing. You're in charge of your thoughts. You can tell them to shut up if you want to. So yeah, hopes and fears only. Don't be too stressed about this. I'm not worried about that card at all. I do want to pull clarifiers on this Devil card, but what I'm feeling is actually this is in response to this Nine of Swords, and I'm actually feeling that this is telling me that you're in a place to break free of this cycle once and for all. This is like your opportunity. That's why so much space has been created for you, within you and around you, to really see how much clarity you've gained and how much the world is opening up for you. You don't need to fall back into these old patterns anymore. This is your opportunity to break those chains to the devil once and for all, because this Nine of Swords is an old habit. It's an old cycle. It's possibly something that was programmed into you from childhood or even from a past life, something that just is very human. We get so anxious about things that ultimately shouldn't really matter because life is not about anxiety and stress. So this is your opportunity to break these old cycles, these deep-seated patterns in the blueprint of who you are once and for all. Okay, that's a big message there. Let me pull some clarifiers for you. I'm obviously definitely going to pull on the Nine of Swords and the Devil. Actually, I don't need to pull on the Nine of Swords. These two are very connected. I'll pull just on those two together. I'm going to pull instead on... Let me pull on the Sun card in this position. I'd like to see if I can give you any advice on how to bring that joy back into your life, apart from the Eight of Pentacles that I've talked about a lot now. The King of Swords just flipped out immediately. That's a lot of clarity. A lot of... this is the King to the Queen. Not only is this about clarity and intuition and wisdom, he's bringing that into practical application. He's a very active King of Swords. He's got access to this higher wisdom and intuition with that gorgeous eagle, and he's using that to point the path that he needs to take next. And his whole body is dynamic. There's just so much action in him. So it's like taking this internal clarity and wisdom and higher vision and knowledge and bringing it into his external world. So as a clarifier for that Sun, we'll get a few more cards just to see what this wants to bring in. Oh, the Lovers. Okay, we've got the Lovers now. Interesting. That's a really beautiful card. This feels like a choice. So use this intuition and intelligence and clarity that you've gained to make a choice towards bringing joy back in. Remember I said with that Emperor under there, you have the power to determine what your thoughts do, and you also have the power to determine what your emotional state is going to do as well. You get to choose love with this Lovers card. You've got the power, you've got the clarity, and you've got the space to choose love. So it's not really giving me specific steps to take to find your joy again, but this is telling me that it's all in your hands. You can bring the joy back into your life. Holy cow, that's just confirmed it for me. You're the magician. She's the master manifester. She's the alchemist. She alchemizes base metals and turns them into gold. She's creating love out of nothing. So she has the power to do this. She's surrounded by butterflies. It's all about transformation, and the feathers, which symbolize freedom and angelic support. This is incredible. So the way to bring joy back into your life is just to create it for yourself. You can do this. Even if it is just starting with that Eight of Pentacles, just keep doing whatever project or hobby or work it is that's bringing you a sense of satisfaction. And let it grow. You can choose to let it grow and develop into something that actually resembles joy again. Or even better, you can choose to take a new path and have an adventure in your life and bring in something entirely different. This is amazing. I love that. You know what I'd like to do? I want to pull on this Strength card. It's an unusual one in that position, so I want to see if I can get any more information that I might not have gleaned when I first talked about it. There we go. Okay, the Seven of Swords. Interesting. There's a little bit of sneakiness in there. A little bit of deception, possibly. Wow, the World card just flipped over too. Ending of a cycle, starting of something new. Okay, I'm seeing what this is. Yes. This is why you're being admired. This is why the people around you are seeing you as a bit of a superhero. Because with the World card in this case, it's telling me what I did pick up on. You're not being bothered by the craziness and the deception and the lies and all of the sneakiness going on in the world. You're actually maintaining your strength and balance. And this Six of Cups has just come out as well. You're somehow maintaining your innocent hopefulness with this Six of Cups. That's why people are admiring your strength and resilience and your ability to master your ego, your ability to stay above the noise of the world and somehow maintain a bit of naivety, a bit of innocence and hopefulness. It's actually a very simple message. It's a lot less confusing than I thought it was going to be when I first saw that Seven of Swords. It actually makes perfect sense. So there's something about this situation starting with this Five of Swords that triggered this whole story, this whole journey, that's put you in such a space of self-governance with that Emperor and that Magician and the King of Swords that's allowed you to see the craziness going on in the world as something that doesn't need to destroy you at a heart level. It doesn't need to destroy your innocence and your hopefulness and your positivity. Even though you're struggling to find your joy again, you've got just such clarity and hopefulness available to you. And people are seeing that and admiring it in you. It's so beautiful. I love this, Aquarius. All right, let's pull on the strange little devil card at the end there. Oh, and by the way, the two people that are chained to the devil are actually the lovers in this deck. So they're breaking free of that devil. They're breaking free and they're allowed to make a choice about where they want to go next instead of being manipulated by their captor. Okay, we had the Ace of Cups flip out. Interesting. Yeah, this is the start of something new. Wow, the Ace of Pentacles, 2 aces. I think I just got 2 aces in the same position for Capricorn, I think it was, who is the devil card, which is really funny. Your readings might be overlapping a little bit. Amazing. So this is definitely you breaking free. I'm not seeing any sense that you're going to fall back into your old chained status with the devil, because the Ace of Cups is freeing your heart, and the Ace of Pentacles is planting a seed for something new to be developed in the world, something new to be tangibly manifested with that Magician card there as well. And this is the universe giving you new opportunities. It's the start of a brand new adventure for you. This is incredible. Wow. Now remember, I'm reading for July and this is the outcome. So this could be at the end of July, or it could start manifesting more towards the start of August. But whatever this is, this whole month is bringing you into a much better space. And it's all stemmed from whatever started out kind of unpleasantly with that Five of Swords. But you're so ready for this. With that Six of Swords in your subconscious position, you were obviously ready to be moving through this journey, because this is happening without you even needing to do anything. This is your energy working for you and bringing in these beautiful new opportunities from the universe. It's so beautiful. Oh, wow. We got the Strength card again. That is very, very cool. I feel like what this is saying is this is you owning this position that everyone is seeing you in externally. So maybe at this point where everyone's seeing you as a bit of a hero for not falling into the old traps and anxieties that everyone else is in the world, you might not have seen yourself in that role, but by the end of it, when these new opportunities come in, you're going to start feeling that, yes, you have the strength and the resilience and the courage and the mastery over your ego to be able to embrace life in a brand new way. And oh, of course, I should have mentioned this cup coming in along with this Six of Cups, this little pearl being offered to you by the universe, the Ace of Cups. This is you reclaiming your joy at last. This is you reconnecting with your heart and opening up to joy. I love that. That's so beautiful. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Two of Swords. It's an interesting one. Temperance for balance, the Hermit going within. That Queen of Cups, loving life again. Oh, that's so great. I love that. The Two of Swords is interesting. I feel like there's going to be a choice that needs to be made by the end of this. There's something, once you've gone through this, and it doesn't feel like it's going to be a really challenging journey for you, which is awesome. And I hope I'm right for all of you, but it is still a journey. And when things start opening up for you, there's going to be new opportunities and you're going to need to make a choice. You might not be able to see clearly where each choice is going to lead, but that's kind of I don't always agree with this, but I just got the words, that's the fun of life. Okay, apparently those were the words that decided to come in. But there's something about shooting your shot just to see what comes out. Just, taking aim and firing and just seeing what happens. There's kind of this courage of the strength card is kind of saying, just give it a shot, see what happens, enjoy it, enjoy life, enjoy the mystery of it. Okay, let me pull 3 final message cards for you, Aquarius. It's actually really nice getting a read like this that's not too dramatic and over the top and like riding a roller coaster, because pretty much everyone else this month has had a bit of a roller coaster read. It feels like it's going to be quite a big month for all of us. And I'm not wanting to diminish the journey that you're going on, because it is incredibly beautiful and powerful, but it's much more straightforward than a lot of the other reads that I had. It feels like it's actually going to be quite a gentle ride, I hope, for all of you. It's just that worry about your anxious thoughts coming back in. You can let them go. They don't need to come in again. You've got the Hanged Man. Very cool message for you. It's just, this is not about what's coming next. It's just a message for me to tell you to take time out and see things from a new perspective anytime you need it throughout this month. You have the space and time available for you, apparently. So if you need a higher perspective, take time for yourself. This is a pause in the story. Take time out, see things from a new perspective and gain some wisdom, a little bit of an awakening moment there. It will help clarify things for you, and it will help you make the decision about where you want to go next and what you want to take with you and whether you want to embark on this new adventure with that 3 of Wands. It does feel like you're right on the threshold. Yeah, wow. Okay. The 8 of Cups. Fantastic. It's walking away from things that no longer serve you. This is you taking action and making a decision. Because remember I said there's not a lot of action here. There was a lot of sort of just letting things happen. This is saying that if you feel like you need to take some steps at any point, firstly, take time out to see things from the perspective that you need in order to make this decision. And then the first step that you need to take is to move away from whatever is no longer serving you. And the thing that you need to move away from is probably whatever caused this 5 of Swords incident in the first place. But that's great. Even if you can't see exactly where you're going to next, at least you can walk away from whatever is no longer needed in your life and is likely what's keeping you trapped in those devil chains. And the final message is justice. Everything is balancing out. And this is a very balanced feeling kind of month. It feels like everything's just on the level. You just need to reclaim that joy, which is coming back in. But this is justice being served in the end. This is a really positive outcome. So you walking away from whatever this is going to bring in a sense of justice being served and a sense of balance and calm in your life again. And it's going to open you up to this Page of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, the Knight. Wow, look at all these positive cards. Okay, the Page of Cups is like the next step beyond the Ace of Cups. It's like you're just in the early stages of a new passion, maybe even a new romance, a new love, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be romance, but it's something that's opened your heart up again. It's so great. I'm so happy, because that was really the only thing missing from this read, that sense of joy. It's only early stages. The pages are like the students of the deck. It's just the very first step of something new in your life, and this is the first step of some kind of heart connection. But that's fine. It's fine. You can start slow and let it build in its own time and in its own way. But I'm so glad this came in, because the joy is coming back into your life again as we move through this month. I'm really excited for you, Aquarius. This is a really beautiful read, and I hope you have a beautiful July.